Jo, Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen zu The Wardrobe. Dann würde ich sagen, lass mal anfangen. Was, Alien? Okay. Geil.
What do you want?
Vielleicht ist der Stuhl da ein wenig zu hoch für dich. Was soll denn der Pulsmesser? Mein Cousin wollte wissen, ob hier auch alles okay ist. Bist du gerne nach? Dein Cousin wollte
Your cousin
wissen.
wanted to know if it was all okay here.
Yeah, right. I have so many unruly visitors to keep at bay. What is he afraid of? The Anubis statues will come back to life?
Was soll denn
What
der
about that
Pulsmesser?
heart rate monitor?
I'm a heart patient. I need it to check my pulse.
Maybe if you didn't drink so much coffee.
That's easy for you to say. Night shifts here are deadly boring.
Dick und ein Herzproblem. Sonst noch was?
Small, chubby, and a heart patient. Is there anything else?
Your sarcasm leaves me completely indifferent. You have the reigning national champion of the insult contest in front of you, in case you didn't know.
Nobody and nothing can beat my sharp tongue.
Show me then.
Deine Eltern auch Kinder in normaler Größe? Das kann man nicht lesen. Du wirst als Wache niemals auch nur halb so gut sein wie dein Cousin. So viel steht mal fest. Das kann man auch nicht lesen. Den Abdruck des Kürbisses immer noch auf deinem Schädel erkennen. Lauter Aufregung hat mich Star Wars Episode 1, die dunkle Bedrohung, nichts mehr auf dem Platz. Und noch nie jemand mit einem so dicken Bauch gesehen. Der Kaffee bringt dich noch um. Pass bloß auf, vielleicht wurde ein Herz vom Amos Pfeil durchbohrt. Schnell Notfall im Ägyptenraum. Ist echt voll das Problem mit Mundgeruch. Langweilst du dich nicht zu Tode, wenn du mit konzentrierst anstarrst? Dein Netflix-Abo ist gehackt worden. Total verspannt. Ist nicht gesund, die ganze Zeit Intrigen zu schmieden. Der Name ist der schlimmste, den ich je gehört habe.
Do your parents have full-sized kids too?
Attacking my height. You can't think of something new?
You'll end up with bad posture if you stay so long in this place.
Anything's better than the sight of your ugly face. I thought you were better than this. What a disappointment.
This time, I'm sure I can do this.
Be my guest, newbie.
From the look of things, the pumpkin shape on your skull is still visible.
Ugh! The pain it causes me to talk of that fruit makes me miserable.
Der Aufregung hat mich fast auswählen.
I've never seen someone with a tummy so large.
Still better than having just bones and cartilage.
Quick! Emergency in the Egyptian room!
The mummies must have woken up to mock your ugly costume.
Your Netflix subscription has been hacked.
Ugh! I'd rather prefer to be whacked.
Your name is the worst that I ever knew.
I wouldn't say that to Wreck-It Ralph if I were you.
Do your parents have full-sized kids too?
Attack. I thought you were better.
Okay.
I'll let you work in peace.
Pharaonen. Force Hammer.
Maybe I might have the courage, but I for sure don't have the pure soul needed to lift it.
Okay, wir sind im Museum. Vielleicht müssen wir diesen Beleidigungskontest, also die Challenge von dem irgendwie bestehen oder sonst irgendwie. Ansonsten würde mir nicht einfallen, wo wir sonst eventuell noch hin müssten.
What do you want?
This time, I'm sure I can do this.
Be my guest, newbie.
You will never be half the guard your cousin is, that's for sure.
That's more than I can endure.
Behind you! An aortic dissection!
Right in the chest with surgical perfection.
You'll end up with bad posture if you stay so long in this place.
Anything's better than the sight of your ugly face.
In my excitement of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, I couldn't stay in my seat.
Ugh, my asthma. I can't breathe.
Perhaps your heart has been pierced by Cupid's arrow.
Just my luck he'd hit a target that narrow.
Your Netflix subscription has been hacked. Everything's fine in the botany room. The soldiers are still operational and in action. The Drakkar sailing is proceeding smoothly. Nothing to report from ancient Egypt.
Krieg ist etwas, was Leute immer aufregt. Also zurück in der Zeit.
It would be better to collect your thoughts before acting once in a while.
Ich will das Foto zeigen. Die Zeit der Ägypter war vor ihm, das hätte ihn gar nicht interessiert.
I feel a strange energy which compels me to do things I don't want to do, but I'll resist.
Okay. hier? Stimmt, da hat sich ja was verändert. Da hatten wir ja diese eine View-Szene gehabt.
I forgot to specify that I wouldn't have picked it in any case.
Reden wir noch mit ihm. Wie laufen die Vorbereitungen?
How are the preparations going?
Damned if we aren't on the brink of becoming filthy rich!
I'll leave you to your work.
As you know, crime never sleeps.
Was ist damit los?
Wrong turn.
Okay, okay.
Go back to the Netherrealm, vile creature of Satan.
You're the worst exorcist I've ever met.
Okay. Make-up-Entferner. Make-up-Entferner. Können wir das vielleicht bei... Nein, können wir nicht. Okay. Können wir hier... Schrei die mit dem Megafon an.
And this would be the best you can do?
Dann fangen Sie damit ein.
Your firecrackers or your life?
Do you think you can scare someone dressed like that?
Not even a fly.
Now that I notice, I've never seen a more ridiculous Halloween costume.
Really awful.
I'm afraid I will just have to come up with something else. Nowadays, our generation is too desensitized by TV and video games. Thanks a lot, HBO.
Was steht da vor Omas Tür? Vielleicht ist hier irgendwas. Wird von 2 Kindern gehänselt.
Grandma, 2 kids are out here making fun of me.
Is someone being mean to my little Ronnie? Brats. Don't worry, honey. Now Grandma will take care of them. You should have seen their faces.
Okay, jetzt konnte ich die Böller aufnehmen. Stimmt, ich habe gar nicht mit dem
I would have
geredet.
never imagined we'd have so much in common one day. Although I was lucky enough not to lose my jaw.
Hab ich hier unten irgendwas vergessen?
How can you expect me to talk to some heads in brine? They must have uttered their last words a long time ago now.
Too bad that doesn't apply to you, too.
All this pointing and clicking stresses me out. I should absolutely take a vacation, sooner or later.
Antike Tafel. Oh. Oh, okay.
Pretty Bones, listen. Can we talk when you stop smelling like that?
Nichts mehr. Da kam ich her. Ich glaube, das ist... Was hat man noch mal gucken? Da gibt's so viel Zeug.
Impossible. It's sealed tight from the rust. Using everything with everything won't work in this adventure game. The janitor would not be happy. If only I could get you to keep out of my face.
Okay. Auch nur reden. Ist ja besser?
I tried using good manners, but you wouldn't listen to me. In a couple of hours, you'll be just fine, don't worry.
Wir waren hier, wir waren da, wir waren da. Gucken wir hier. Nein. Ist klar, wir haben eine Sprühdose. Das ist auch
Why
gut.
should I?
Warum nicht? Das restliche Plutonium mit dem Schwein da rein.
Stop for a second. I want you to reflect on what you just asked me to do. Negative. I'd become a victim of their fury, inevitably. And I still care to keep both my hands. What do you think I am? Okay, If I were you, I'd let it go. That little girl becomes...
Okay, wir können da lang, wir können hier lang. Nimm den mit, der ist wichtig.
Expect something like this inside my next gift bag.
Free hugs, okay.
Sorry guys, but I can't fill my sweater with thorns.
Affe.
Don't even think about starting some strange snowball battle, I warn you.
Though the plant kingdom can seem harmless, there's an incredible variety of ways it could lead to your demise. In the Renaissance era, belladonna was used by ladies as eye drops to give a certain shine to their eyes. But its berries are potentially lethal. The The oleander, one of the most common flowering plant species in the Mediterranean area, is poisonous enough to be avoided instinctively by the whole plant kingdom. Beware the classic health axiom of an apple a day. The seeds, if ingested in large quantities, can actually cause death. In short, if you're vegetarian or vegan, your days are numbered. Eat meat. Though, come to think of it, meat causes cancer. You all die. The reasons leading to the outbreak of the Second World War are various and complex. The conflict lasted for 6 years, from 1939 to 1945. The parties involved and battlegrounds fought were numerous too. After all, they called it a world war for a good reason. Therefore, what we propose today is a brief, intense, and pragmatic summary of the entire conflict.
Verstehe ich.
Funny.
I got a D in history in junior high, so go easy on me.
I'm afraid it's just a showpiece. They'll have only left the external bodywork and very little else on the inside.
Worms.
If I were you, I wouldn't make fun of that missile. That big Nazi of a doctor is still giving thanks. I may have put the guard out of the game, but I remind you that the area is still watched by cameras. Hey Ralph, what's new? Ralph, I can't hear you when you talk so quietly. Hey Ralph, what's new? Ralph,
In contrast to popular belief, the Vikings weren't just wild and savage people. Besides being great explorers and naval engineers, Vikings were gifted in jewelry and in the art of commerce. Furthermore, the women were more liberated and independent compared to their European counterparts. Vikings really cared about their personal care. They had a sauna once a week. They removed unwanted hair and used iron sticks to clean their ears. There were no ranks or grades. The commander was the captain of the ship. Warriors could either be common citizens or professionals. Among these combatants were the berserkers, warriors sworn to the supreme god of war, Odin. Legend told that they were invulnerable. It is believed they consumed a specific drug made by alcohol, jalapeno, and the green secretion of the evil egg, one of the most lethal mushrooms in the wild.
Okay.
Different from other populations, the Egyptians were perhaps the best known among historic civilizations. To avoid being redundant, we'll examine some of their false myths to offer some clarity. Tutankhamun, one of the most famous Egyptian pharaohs, actually reigned only 10 years and died at the age of 18. What made him famous is the myth of the curse linked to desecrating his grave. Lord Carnarvon, financier of his expedition, died 1 year before the discovery of King Tut's grave, while actually the average lifespan of Carter and all the other archaeologists was around 70 years. Also fake is the myth about the construction of pyramids. They were not built by slaves, but by paid workers. Since there was no currency, workers were paid with barter, especially bread and beer. Fantastic people, aren't they?
oars in their hands and they go out to have fun plundering vessels. I don't understand what you're trying to get at. There's something unhealthy about asking me to do this.
Okay.
Can you be more specific?
Soll genauer sein. Becher in Kessel, Flüssigkeit mitnehmen, du verstehen? Scheint auf jemanden zu warten.
You look like you're waiting for someone.
I'm waiting for one of my countless suitors to get the nerve to come forward.
What would keep them from doing it?
Exactly what I've been asking myself. I'm afraid everybody is too scared of my beauty.
The burden of being so beautiful, yes. What should this mythical Prince Charming be like?
For centuries now, I've been waiting. We queens too have certain needs to satisfy. I just want to find a good mummy to spend the rest of infinity with.
That shouldn't be so difficult after all.
Don't rub it in.
Was ist denn mit dem Pharao passiert?
What happened to the pharaoh?
The servants found him dead, poisoned by the bite of a snake. I remember I was so angry with him. Not that the two things were connected, obviously.
Of course, of course.
Stehe vor einem Dilemma.
I have a dilemma.
Don't you think you're too young?
What?
You can't be more than 15. Well, it's true that my beauty transcends age after all.
Actually, I didn't want to hit on you.
Do you think I'm not attractive enough?
No, absolutely, you are. I didn't mean to.
You better.
I'll leave you to your undertakings, my queen.
Die sucht eine Mumie.
It's always a pleasure to see you. Quite a nice place you got here. Oh. And yet I can't imagine that an attractive mummy like you... Don't beat yourself up. I'm sure you'll find your soulmate. You just have to be patient. Now, I really have to go, Mr. Silence.
Das ist die einzigste Mumie hier im kompletten Spiel. Und ich dachte jetzt, keine Ahnung, weil der Typ muss ja abgelenkt werden, dass ich die beiden einfach miteinander verkuppel, dass der dann dahin geht, der das dann über den Monitor sieht und deswegen abgelenkt ist und ja. Anscheinend geht das nicht.
I'll leave you to your... I don't understand what you're... I don't understand how on earth that would work.
Wie das funktionieren soll. Eine Bombe, Plutonium. Hä? Wie soll das funktionieren? Experte.
First of all, we extract the gunpowder. And now...
Scharfe Bombe. Echt jetzt? Das... Okay, ich dachte, das eine macht Bumm, das andere macht Bumm. Habe ich ein bisschen so... Keine Ahnung. Okay. Jo, das war's mit The Wardrobe. Ich hoffe mal, es hat euch soweit gefallen. Und wenn ja, würde ich mich über einen Daumen nach oben freuen. Wenn ihr noch nicht abonniert habt, dann tut das. Und wenn ihr Bock drauf habt, dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bleibt gesund, passt auf euch auf. Haut da rein.